Now, a few days ago, at the G20 summit, New Delhi achieved something that was considered nearly impossible, in the words of diplomacy. A joint declaration was adopted with 100% consensus. The West and Russia agreed to sign on a similar document. Even the language on ongoing Ukraine conflict was agreed upon, an issue that the West and Russia clearly don't see eye to eye on. So how was this historic feat achieved? Well, as they say, more diplomacy happens behind curtains than on stage. So it was the work that G20 Sherpas did behind the stage that helped in arriving at a common point. A Sherpa is a designated envoy who represents the leader of a member country at international summit. India's G20 Sherpa Amitabh Kant spoke to WION's principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal, spilling the beans on how the Sherpa spent 200 hours on the paragraphs mentioning Ukraine in the joint statement. Take a look.
From fourth morning, we had started discussing the geopolitical issues. We started on a clean slate by spelling out the principles and laying them down clearly, and then getting everybody else to give their principles. And we drafted several drafts. And then on that para itself, we must have spent about close to over 200 hours, just that one para.
On the Ukraine
On
para?
the Russia-Ukraine. We spent about, that's written out as 8 paras with the Prime Minister's today's era is not an era of war, as the last para, a one-line para. But we must have spent over 200 hours non-stop, 24/7 without sleeping, just discussing that para, having over about close to 300 odd bilateral meetings, many 15, 16 drafts of it. But we managed to bring everybody together. We managed to bring the right balance between all countries, the developed and the emerging markets. We worked with Brazil, we worked with South Africa, we worked with Indonesia, all together on this, and we finally managed to just say that this is it. This is the best paragraph. This is the best draft we can possibly bring in, which brings the best balance amongst all countries.